with. It's about tomorrow, your future.
This is what we're fighting for. We're fighting for our future.
The youth are stepping up and joining this fight and being responsible for its progress.
We're children speaking out for us. We need to stop the violence now.
It's 24 kids right now that got killed. And we're not counting the ones that dropped out. So it's actually 65. And we're not counting the ones that they're saying past 18. So it's 108.
I was recently shot twice, one in my left hand and one in my left upper leg. And I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was just like, it was a random shooting.
People keep saying, well, you know, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm so tired of that phrase. No, he was buying chips outside the store on a Saturday afternoon. He wasn't in the wrong place. The shooters were in the wrong place.
My son was killed May the 10th, 2005. He was my only son. When you lose a child, you lose a whole lot. You lose a lot in your spirit. You have a hard time dealing with the fact that you don't see your child. You lose the fact that you don't see your child anymore.
I mean, I felt my son leave this world, and I tell him, you don't want to feel that. To hold your son when he comes to the world, feel him, see him crying, and you know, it's wonderful for a man, because a dad always want a boy. But then to see your son look at you, get that last tear, and you know, you're holding his hand, and you feel that grip leave here. I'm telling you, you do not.
Gun violence affects me so much that I believe that I'll be the next person to die.
I think our legislators in Springfield in particular, need to stand up to the National Rifle Association, and they need to stop taking blood money from them.
It's an escape for many people, because they have common fears and they don't really want to really fight, and so that's where they resort to guns to protect themselves and just hiding their fear.
Why 17-year-olds have guns in the first place?
Our kids are steady dying to senseless violence because people don't have the foundation at home to be better people. They out here acting reckless and crazy. People got anger problems. In the schools, we need conflict resolution classes. We need something that's gonna help our kids be better for the future.
You know, we have to provide, as adults and as communities and as a society, we have to provide young people with a quality education, decent housing, jobs, after-school programming, reasons for them to want to live, reasons for them to want to turn away from gangs and guns and crime as a way of feeling powerful and as a way of having some money in their pocket. I mean, we've got to provide strong, powerful alternatives to that, and we're failing our youth in that way.
I think that young people aren't afraid to die anymore.
They killing each other and shooting each other for nothing.
It's all about like the ego of a man. Like, it's like, who's the baddest? Like, don't you know how when somebody be like, oh, he punched him, he just punched him and he hit him. No, he punched him and knocked him out. But his gun gonna shoot him and lay him out.
It's not only the students themselves, but I think the whole family has to be committed to ensuring that there's no violence in the home. A lot of times, violent alternatives are things that we learn because that's the only thing we see in our own homes.
But I also think that young people have to make some decisions, and one of those has to be to talk to adults about those people who are using guns. Those people who want to use guns and want to, kill people, I don't consider them part of our community. So we need people to stand up and be courageous and work with other people to keep our streets safe.
What makes somebody use a gun in my community is the lack of communication. When you talk things out, you can really work it out.
If students come together, that's all we need to do is come together. Be there for each other. We see somebody out in the street with a gun, tell them to put it up, put it away. It's not worth it.
I think that young people gotta lead us in this. I think the young people gotta say enough is enough. We're mad. We don't want it to be focused on our protection rather than our education.
I'm all about youth empowerment in this. I think that that's a critical element. Not to say I think that it's your job and adults don't have to do anything. I just think that your voice could be very powerful right now as we struggle with this yet again.
Yeah.